As someone who has experienced traumatic events in my life, which honestly, trauma for most of us, 70% of people have had some sort of trauma. And, they categorize it in small and big traumas. But I think to each of us individually, when something painful, really painful, that scars us happens, it doesn't matter if it's big or small, it just is our thing, right? And oftentimes it does happen in childhood, or it happens with somebody or something that means so much to you, and the loss of it or the betrayal of it, the grief from it creates this trauma. And what we find ourselves doing is begin to close off to the beauty of ourselves. We find that this place within us doesn't feel safe to be in, because once it was vulnerable and open and free and just expansive. And when we get hurt, we begin to close that off, and then we kind of go through life disconnected from ourselves, and knowing it, feeling this disconnect, and then seeking something to make us feel more whole. And then we seek it in a partner, we seek it in a career, we seek it in external things, material things. We even seek it in, trying to create this amazing physical attributes for ourselves and the ways that we look in the world. We create, bank account, whatever that is, something to make us feel like ourselves again, to feel content and happy and whole. And we spend a lifetime doing this. And we always come up empty-handed, because those things only last for so long, because what you're seeking, what you're searching is not found in anybody else. It's the connection back to yourself. It's the reunification with yourself. And as we go seeking and we can't find it, we start to doubt who we are. We start to doubt the worth and the value that we have, because we can't see it, because we don't know it, because we aren't it. And so the work that I do, and that I'm so inspired to do, because it took me a lifetime to turn back within and go, oh, there she is. This is what I've been looking for, is myself. And then I had to, of course, do the healing work. I had to heal that part of myself that did disconnect, the part of myself that I left behind because it was too painful to sit there. But once you do that, once you are willing to face it and to hold space for it and to embrace that, that's where the joy begins to return. And for so many, they think joy is like this, like how I am right now. But for me, joy is about allowing ourselves to feel the whole and full experience of everything. So sometimes that's messy. Sometimes it's just perfect. Other times it's crazy, that it's sad, it's all of it. But we've been given this full human experience. And so I want to encourage you that wherever you are on your journey here through this life, first of all, you're doing great. There's nobody or nothing that you have to compete with or keep up with. Follow your journey, and the only thing you need to do is keep listening and keep honoring and keep being kind to yourself along the way. And eventually you'll find your way back, and it's not far. It's right there within. I love you. I love you. You are beautiful. There's nothing more that you have to be. No more accomplishment that you have to achieve. Just sit in your enoughness.